Hi. Okay, I made it. Sorry, I'm a little late. So I just decided to go live again today, impromptu. I know I never give anybody any notice, but these are kind of weird times. So I just saw an opportunity to go live because all the boys and the dog went walking. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go live. And then plus, because when I was in my dressing room and I was looking for like summer, to pull out some of my summer athleisure, underneath one of my racks, I found a whole plastic bin full of vintage Lisa Frank that, okay, maybe I've been hoarding. I don't know. But, anyways, I thought, so I'm just going to go live as I go through it. I haven't even gone through it myself. So I'm going to be in for some surprises too. And I thought I'd give an update on the Panthers. So hang on one moment. Let me go over here and adjust the chat. I'm still here. Let me fix this. Okay, there we go. And let's pull this up here because sometimes it's just easier to answer, on the phone real quick. So hang on and I'll pull up this live chat here too. You guys are used to me doing this goofiness. So just hang on. There we are. Okay, got it. Got y'all. It's so funny in this day and age, isn't it? Like with the internet, like so many of my friends, and plus because I'm, a reseller, and unless someone else is a reseller, they get tired of hearing about thrifting and garage selling and reselling and eBay and Poshmark, right? Like their eyes start to glass over. So you make friends, and a lot of them are going to be who knows where. And so it's so funny. I always think that like half of my social life is inside this phone. It's kind of how I, poetically put it in my brain. So, all right. Before I get into the vintage, because I didn't give much notice, but I did throw it out on Instagram and Facebook real quick. So, and I hashtag vintage Lisa Frank in case any of the Lisa Frank collectors might want to, see what's going to be listed sometime in the next month or so, possibly. So I think I'll chat about this for a few minutes if you guys don't mind, in case other people want to come in. Sometimes notifications are slow to go out. All right. If I look over there, I'm not trying to be rude. That's where my monitor is, so I can kind of keep an eye on things. Hi, Alexis. Hi, girl. How's your channel doing? You doing okay over there? If you guys are looking for more reseller channels, there's another fun person, Alexis. She just started hers not too long ago. She was a regular in Lindy Glenn's chat, which I moderate Lindy's Monday Motivation every Monday. And Alexis was a regular. And then she started her own channel too. So it's always nice to support some of our reseller YouTuber friends too, because it's hard to get a channel going. Like it takes time and consistency. So if you're looking for someone new, you can grab her by her name, either on the picture or 3 dots, depending on what device that you're watching. Okay, update on this. She says, pretty great, almost to 500. Awesome. You'll notice there'll be certain benchmarks in YouTube. Once you reach them, it just seems like things start to come a little bit easier. They start to snowball a little bit easier. So hang in there. I just started focusing on my own channel, which I've had for years. I just started focusing on mine sometime early last spring. So, and I'm getting some steady growth by being consistent. So it just takes time. All right. So this, you guys, let me update anyone who doesn't know. This was green, chartreuse green. I sniped it off of eBay for $9.99, which is a steal. And shipping was only about $10 too, which I am not sure how that happened. But anyways, chartreuse, I just can't use for my collection. So I struggled for months. Do I resell it? I collect Panthers. I want this. I want a white one or a cream one, which is kind of rare. And so I finally made a decision just to keep this and be a little irreverent to the vintage purist out there. Forgive me. And upcycle this, make it one of a kind. So it's now an oak, as we say. If you ever see that OOAK in a listing, it means one of a kind. So Put some Kills on. First, I cleaned it with alcohol real well to remove any body oils, dirt, things like that. Let it dry thoroughly. Used Kills on it first. A couple layers of Kills. And then a nice semi-gloss white epoxy, indoor, outdoor epoxy, and 4 appliances. I needed something really sturdy, so, you know, a little bit more. Luckily, I had all of these. I save all that kind of stuff, so I had plenty already. I didn't even have to go to the store because I've been staying home for, like, before they even told us to. I just thought because I could, I would. So I started a long time ago. It's been about almost 4 weeks for me. Yeah. I'm not happy. But anyways, about that. Anyway, so I had all that stuff. I'm kind of an artist, and I tend to hoard art supplies and, like, I don't know, DIY supplies. You know, I just tend to hoard that, and I buy fun stuff when I see it at the thrift store because it's usually real cheap, and you never know when you want to do a project. I tend to hoard all that kind of cool paper and knickknacks and glitter and glue, whatever, paint. So then I put a finish of matte glaze, not too heavy, because now I'm going to highlight this. I love it so far. It's very elegant, I think. So now I'm going to highlight it with either gold metallic or silver metallic paint. These are not the best you could buy. It's not, you know, the gild, which would cost a lot of money to gold leaf or true gilded, but this is about as metallic, I think, as you can get. It's what hobbyists use to paint, like, their little model cars and stuff. So what are they? They're usually about somewhere around $3 a bottle. So that's going to happen sometime next week. And I'm filming each step, and I will put it together in a quick little YouTube video for those that were interested in, like, these kind of DIY projects, okay? So far, so good. Let me put this up and bring out the other panther. Okay, you stay safe. Let me bring out the other panther. It's been a while. So some of you regulars, you might have even forgotten about this one. Oh my gosh. Ha! Love this. $12.99. It still has the price on it to prove it. Some of you were with me when I found it because I do thrift with me videos. Can you see that? $12.99? Some of you were with me when I found it at the thrift store. So you know that I'm for real. Okay, but this is pretty dark, right? So I don't love the darkness of this driftwood. And most of my panthers are black because, you know what? I won't bore you with the details, but if you're interested, Google panther, and you'll find out that panther isn't really like a species, so to speak. It has something more to do with a color within the tigers and leopards and whatever. It's a little complicated, but there are other colors. It's hard to explain. Just if you're interested, go Google. But I have a lot of black panthers. I can make this any color I want. I have my white one, which is rare. Yeah, there she is. Love her because, did I mention that that's a TV lamp? TV planter lamp? Yeah, so probably resale value on it could be 40 to 60 depending on the area that you tried to sell it in. So anyways, that was a good deal. This is chalkware. If this would survive shipping, I would be amazed. I'm amazed it survived whoever had it, thrift store donation, handling, pricers, stockers, me getting it home. But it did. But I'm not going to try to ship it. And I love this. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, girl. So, this will be my next painting project. I'm taking some suggestions, still taking suggestions of what maybe to paint this one. Someone suggested a snow leopard, and that's an interesting idea, don't you think? A spotted snow leopard, perhaps? Oh, love it. This is a great addition. You know, I think, aren't these kind of big chalkware statues, aren't these kind of popular when you go more southwest and in those kind of stores that sell a lot of Mexican pottery? I think probably, if there's a name on here anywhere, that's probably, I never even looked, you know, made in Mexico. Oh my gosh. Hey, that kind of makes me proud. I never even bothered to look. I just love it. Let me bring it up closer just for another minute. Look at that. Yeah, it's got a made in Mexico sticker right there. That's kind of what I thought. So anyways, love it. Love it. I'm going to put this over here so we can still look at it. Hang on. Oh, probably weighs about 12 pounds. Not so much that I can't hold it with one hand even, but I probably shouldn't. Okay. Whew. So there's the update on that. And let me switch this chat to live chat. Again, you may not know, if you don't switch chat when you're in people's shows, even replays, if you don't switch it to live, especially on a big channel that has a lot of people in the chat, if you don't switch it from top chat to live, you won't see everything. Now, on my small channel, you'd see everything no matter what. But anyways, just so you know. I know it. Okay, so Lisa Frank. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Wait a minute, let me lift it up for you guys. Look, a big tub, a big Walmart $5 tub. I buy the clear ones, full of Lisa Frank stuff. I remember this on the top, and I remember what I can see, but I don't, this is going to be a surprise for me too. So I got another empty bin down there, so we'll just go through them. Let me pull that out. Hang on, guys, let me pull that out so I don't break anything. So we will just switch things, organize. Now, let me tell you something. Darn it, if I pull it up, I'm going to lose the chat. I'm going to do it anyways. I'll be back in the chat. I want to pull something up. For those of you that don't know about Lisa Frank labels, the history here, I'm going to try to see. I'm going to come in slow for you guys, okay? And show you this. There you go. I don't know if I can come in any closer, okay? And I can't tilt it or you're going to get, darn it. There. This will tell you, you can Google this. I didn't make this. I found it. But I share it with people. You can Google the history of Lisa Frank logos and it will tell you. So it helps you date. This one up here, super old and rare. This one is most what millennials will remember. And then, let me see. Yeah, and then this one is more the late 90s. And then this is kind of what's happening now. Now, listen. So most of this is all going to be vintage. I do have some current Lisa Frank because she is trying to start back up. She had a nasty divorce. I won't gossip, but you can go Google it. Oh my gosh, it's just horrible. Nasty divorce. So disgruntled former employees and the warehouse is kind of closed down. She keeps threatening to open it and collabs with like new Lisa Frank merchandise, sheets and stuff. It comes out in spurts, but wait a minute. Hang on. This box in here is gift items for when I sell a Poshmark item. So I have, there it is. Found it. So right now you can go to the Dollar Tree and find some Lisa Frank stuff for $1. See, there's the new logo. So these don't really have any value right now, okay? So I keep track of her Instagram of what's going on. She's posting and trying to keep her Instagram up, but not a lot is happening as far as merchandise, unfortunately. She still has a grip of fans from, all different ages. So now, did I have Lisa Frank as a child? No, but I bought it for my daughter. And, this is before the computer, before all of us could have an app that makes us all just like crazy artists, right? With touch of our finger. This is before that. All this colorful stuff was really all the rage. And so my daughter, Hannah, I would buy it for her. And I just kind of secretly enjoyed it too. So I have one vintage item that I've pulled out for myself. It's a folder that has pretty much all the characters. Sometimes you see it in my videos. It's hanging on my wall. It has all of her characters on it as of that date. It is a vintage one from the 90s. And I found I'm always talking about this, but maybe you're new. If you go through my Instagram my Instagram, Facebook or Instagram, you can see where years ago I found a vintage Lisa Frank beach towel for $2.99 at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $175. That was hard to let go of. My husband literally had to say, push okay, accept offer. He had to say, are you a reseller or not? So, anyways. So there are some winners out there to be found. So I know anytime I see vintage Lisa Frank, pick it up. And I know what the labels are. And I showed you how you can go find out too, okay? Let me pull you guys back up. YouTube. There we go. Oh my gosh, I missed a lot. Hi, Kimmy. Just chatting. So, oh my gosh. Now, the reason I started not listing it, a few years ago, I'd say 3 years ago or so, you could get top dollar for some vintage Lisa Frank. And then the market kind of got oversaturated. And so I thought, just let me hang on to this. I don't think it's going to go down in value. So I don't really consider it a death pile, more of a money pile, like the 3 other piles, stock piles that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago, during this quasi quarantine. I pulled out my stockpile of vintage Levi's, my stockpile of jewelry, because I'm going to be brave and any day now have the jewelry girls help me. And then sunglasses, okay, that I was learning from Becky and her husband, Dorky Thrifters, but he passed away a few years ago and she kind of, took a little break. But she's so great at teaching about sunglasses and glass frames, how to make good money reselling those. And they're relatively cheap at the thrift store, right? So that is Dorky Thrifters channel. And she's got backstock. She's not posting a lot right now. I mean, I think she's still grieving. I think she's doing fairly well, but things are different now without her man around. It's so sad. But anyways, she's got backstock. So you could help her out by watching that and learn something for yourself about flipping sunglasses, vintage frames, new frames that are designer that people want to save money on, and they take them and have their own prescriptions filled. Dorky Thrifters on YouTube. Okay. Anyways, so I'm going to go through and see what I have. And I think once I get caught up on listing, maybe, especially before Christmas, maybe it's time, to whip out the Lisa Frank again. I'll check comps and see where the market's at, right? But until then, let's go ahead and look at all this. Hi, Audra. Going live, just wanted to chat. All the boys went for a walk, so I'm like, and I found a hidden stockpile. I'm gonna be friendly to myself, of Lisa Frank. Okay, I remember this. This was on a mountain road trip up in Salida. When my daughter Hannah and I, sometimes we just take off, go on mountain road trips. We go to all these little towns and go to their thrift stores. Sometimes we don't even get cell service. So it's old school picking. But I know how to do that. I've been doing this forever. So, and sometimes we stay all night because, we'll just stay in a cheap motel, but safe. You know what I mean? Because usually I find enough stuff to pay for the trip. So it's just a great mother-daughter time, a little bit of YouTube content, and you never know what you're going to find. So I got this and it was half price, $250. So this is cool. And I'll show you the logo. So as you can, like I showed you earlier, see the capital L, capital F. Sorry about the shine. That's vintage. That's vintage Lisa Frank. So I can't wait to see where the market's at. I don't know what happened here. I don't know. I think I put her on there to be safe. Isn't this adorable though? Sorry, a little side note. This is probably another upcycle project for me. Look at her. Little mermaid sitting. Oh my gosh. So this was probably something else I felt like that rock. I think I didn't like that rock. I felt like I wanted to make that better. Or maybe I was going to fix it, give it to my daughter. I don't know. So there's another upcycle project. Oh, I'm going to set you over here. Oh, I can't. The tiger's there. You are adorable. Okay. That's adorable. Let me see. Is there a price on it? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Goodwill, $3.99. That was a couple years ago before prices really got high, but not to fear. Most of us are savvy enough to still know how to make money regardless of what the thrift stores do with their prices. Sometimes our price just has to go up. It's just the way the market goes. Bread is no longer 25 cents a loaf. Okay. Make sure there's nothing else. Stuff is in here. Oh my gosh. So much. So another Lisa Frank, capital L, capital F, which is what you kind of want to put in your title. Sometimes I do. This is in good shape. Make sure it's in good shape. Even though it might have kids writing on it, it can still have value. Yes, it does diminish the value a little bit, but it's still going to have value, okay? So don't worry about that. I paid $1.29, it says, Goodwill. And you can go and find the names of all of these characters to put in your title too, okay? I know some of them. I used to know all of them. I know some of them. I do too, Audra. You know that. You know that. You've been a regular follower. So, look at this. Let me see. I'm sure this was another Goodwill find. I might have already cleaned it. A little girl's suitcase. Oh my gosh. Some of the famous kitties, they have names. Again, vintage, capital L, capital F. If you're just now coming in, I showed you a picture with the histories of the label designs, the logo designs. So you can either back up or you can look on my Instagram or just Google it. I got it off the internet. I didn't make it. Woo, that's a good one, right? Yes, it is. That's a good one. I have two of these. They are clips. Again, if you're coming in late, I tagged this on social media for Lisa Frank collectibles, vintage Lisa Frank, various things outside the reseller community in case any collectors wanted to come and see what I have before it gets listed, because then they can hit me up on first dibs, okay? So that's why I'm explaining so thoroughly. Some of you resellers don't need as much details as I'm giving. So two of them, you open it up and you can put your pencils and paper in it. Two of them. Oh, I love this character. I'm going to pull this out. I wish I could remember the name. I love that one. That rainbow kitty with the angel. Oh my gosh. And you can't hardly see the logo, but these are not the capital L, capital F. But they're not the brand new ones either. The brand new logo that you're seeing like in the Dollar Tree with their coloring books. So this does have a little bit of resale value, not as much as the capital L, capital F, as far as the logo is concerned. But what has to be taken into consideration when we're trying to price with these different vintage logos, even though something might have a more vintage logo, maybe it's not that desirable of an item, a limited run item per se, or a certain character that didn't last very long, didn't make a lot of appearances. So you can't just say, well, this is older, so this is worth more. You get my drift, right? Okay. So definitely this kind of stuff takes research to get it right when you list. This one with the smiley face, oh my gosh. Tempted to add it to my smiley face collection. That would be epic. Vintage Lisa Frank and smiley face. Oh my gosh, and tiger. Now, this one's going to be worth some money. This one's pretty rare. I'm almost positive. That's pretty rare. I've never seen one like that. Not even in pictures. Not even like when you go do a Google search and put like Lisa Frank. You scroll through pictures. The reason you would want to do something like that is to put those images in your brain. At least it works for me. I'm a very visual person. So I do better with pictures than I do you talking to me. As a matter of fact, if I'm learning something new or like a new word or something, I literally have to like make a visual in my head if it's something I really want to remember. Okay, psychedelic. This is not the capital L, capital F, but this is the 90s. Psychedelic, fur lined. Oh my gosh. So you see that one on there. That's the 90s. 90s to 2000s, I believe. I'd have to pull that back up. But this is fur. This is that fake fur. Some of these I've never seen in pictures. Okay, so again, I'm going item by item because this is going to be archived and maybe some Lisa Frank people might want to look and see what's happening. Just a little pencil holder. This one I can't find there's no logo on it, so I can't really date it. Wait a minute, what's that say? Oh, yep, capital L, capital F, real tiny. Yes. Yes, this is a early 90s. That's awesome. Probably went inside of a folder, like a Trapper Keeper folder. But that's really pretty. Just a plastic pencil holder. My daughter, a few years ago when I said, hey, Lisa Frank stuff is blowing up, like millennials are older, and they're collecting it. And us moms that remember, now we have a reason that we can collect it without looking too juvenile, right? Because we're like, that's worth money. Anyway, so we got out some of her baby boxes that where I saved, like, a little baby outfit from this era, some, epic school events. And sure enough, there were a few Lisa Frank items in there. So cute. But, she had written and scribbled all over them. So those are just keepsakes. That was the mermaid. I love this Dream Rider, capital L, capital F. I paid 69 cents. I love this. This is for those gel pens. Remember the gel pens that were the neon and gel pens that were better on the black paper? So capital L, capital F. I paid 69 cents. It looks like she only wrote on one page, Logan. I won't even bother to tear that out. I'll let the new owner decide what they want to do. So I can't wait to look up these prices and see. This is new stock. I did pick this up when I bought a few of those coloring books that I showed you for my Poshmark gifts, because if I suspected, and most of the Poshmark buyers and sellers are kind of millennials, most of them. So I got a lot of good feedback by sending them a Lisa Frank coloring book, even though maybe they're in their, late 20s or 30s. They just got tickled by it. So this is a new one. You can pick these up. You could pick these up at the dollar store. I paid $1.49, even though there was a period of a few months when they had party supplies for Lisa Frank, and that didn't last long. So I kind of feel like I probably should have stashed some of that, because we don't know if she's going to make it back or not. We just don't know. Anyways, that's new. Let me put that here. Because that's not vintage. Oh, love this one too. This is cute. It's just a little secret diary book. This is the later 90s, 2000s logo. I paid $2.49. It looks like a couple of pages were torn out, but the rest are all clean. Magic Glow Rider. So, oh my gosh. So I am hoping that some of these items are things that nobody has. Because I have made some good money a few years ago selling this stuff instead of hoarding it. I'm just waiting for the price to come back up. I'm going to find out. Vintage Lisa Frank, capital L, capital F. This is a dream bead set. A dream bead set. Let me see if I can see how much I paid for it. I must have already took it off. Who knows? Oh my gosh. Apparently it's these little plastic beads, seed bead creations, and you can cover, I don't know, it looks like they're covering little glasses and headbands with these little seed beads. Oh my gosh. They're probably plastic or something. I don't know. This is slightly vintage, and you know how safety rules for children's and young adults' toys change. Let me peek at the chat. Bird Finds, hello. I love that for gel pens. Yeah. Do you guys remember that? Oh my gosh. I bought all this kind of stuff for my daughter. So here's another one. I paid $3.99, capital L, capital F. And oh gosh, you guys, do you remember this? You could buy these I think you still can at Walmart and places. Okay. It's a metal frame, and you put these plastic colored beads in it, and then your mom would put it in the oven and melt it. It would make like a pseudo stained glass, I don't know, catcher. That's what this is. It's called Window Wonders. Oh my gosh. Trying to keep the glare off. Isn't that adorable? I didn't even open it. I wonder. Oh, there's 5 to 6 templates. Oh my gosh. So you don't know exactly which ones you're going to get till you open it. That brings back memories. Someone is going to love that. Okay, we're getting through this. Oh, hey, this isn't Lisa Frank. I don't know what this is doing. This isn't Lisa Frank. You go over here. If you're just now popping in when we're done, if you want to update on the 2 Panthers that I'm upcycling, the vintage Panthers, you can start over at the beginning where I chat about that a little bit. There's some things in here that aren't. $1.99 pop-up Mother Goose. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I'll show you guys this anyways. I must have thought this was worth something, or maybe it is. It's kind of cute, right? Okay, we'll check that out later. Let's put that over here. We'll check that out later. Oh, one of the, besides the cats, this unicorn is a Lisa Frank favorite and classic. That unicorn character. Let me find the logo. 2014 Lisa Frank. Okay, so this isn't truly vintage. Oh, there it is. No. Yeah, it's the 2000 logo. Not the new one. So, I mean, but technically that's not vintage yet. But for a collector, Majesty, that's the name of this character, Majesty. I'm going to put that on the side of that bin because that I need to think about that. Oh, this is another rare one, you guys. I think this one's going to be a high dollar piece. Oh my gosh. And it's this fabric. Okay. You know that plastic upholstery that was so popular in like what, the 50s with the sparkles, and a lot of the vintage girls, especially the what is that called? Rockabilly. They're liking a couple of lines of purses that are making purses and paraphernalia out of this like plasticky, sparkly. Sorry, I haven't eaten lunch. I probably should have ate lunch first, right? Okay. So now this isn't super, super vintage. It's the late 90s. Look at this character with her two poodles. And I'll find out her name. And then she's got the two poodles. Oh my gosh. Logo everywhere. A little tiny, what is it, day timer thing. So it's 6 rings. So, and it looks about the right size. So I'm sure you can get any kind of paper refill for it, right? I've never seen anything like this one. So little wallet. Super cute. I bet you this one's a winner. $1.99. The Arc thrift store, $1.99. I'm pretty excited about that one too. Okay, Lisa Frank charm pin. Like that was Dollar Tree. Sorry, these are some Dollar Tree pickups that I thought just in case. So let me put these over here. I'm not sure how to handle those. I need to see what's going on, right? We need to see what's going on. It could be that some limited editions of the brand new logo, which is mainly only sold at maybe Walmart and Dollar Tree and Dollar General. I don't know what she's doing. That's no way to make a comeback. But anyways, if she's not successful, it's been a couple years now, she's been threatening to come back and it's not going well. So if she's not successful, it could be that even that cheap stuff at the Dollar Tree that you find every once in a while might end up being worth something. So let's just put that over there though. Lisa Frank playing cards. These are vintage. Capital L, capital F. They got the aliens on it. That's so cute. How much did I pay for those? $2. That's a lot. Oh well. We're almost done, but these are adorable. Oh my gosh. That's what I thought. They're little Lisa Frank gift boxes. Like maybe if you were having a party, you know, so the bag, you would do this. So it's not the older capital L, capital F label, but see, when you open it inside, there's all these little gifts. Oh my gosh. I only found 2 of them. I wonder where I found those at. So you got stickers and writing paper and envelopes. Oh my gosh, look at this. Wait, let it focus. Look at that little envelope. So cute. Hey, you might think I'm getting overexcited, but this stuff makes me happy in a time like this. And it reminds me of my sweet little Hannah growing up. She was such a perfect little child. Kind of still is. And then plus, I know that there are so many Lisa Frank collectors, and it makes them happy too. So I can imagine putting some of these up for sale. If the time is right, that some people are going to be so happy to see some of these items come up for sale to go back on the market. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, this was a hanging bag, $1.99. It looks like 2 Lisa Frank wooden puzzles. Capital L, capital F, so that's vintage. Very nice. 2 of them. Very nice, Yvonne. Good job. I didn't even remember most of this stuff. Okay, a couple more things. Oh, this is a Ed Hardy. Oh, Ed Hardy, Lisa Frank collab. Snap. That person passed on too, but the merchandise took a little bit of a leap in value for a while, but I'm not sure if it really went crazy, because man, that was oversaturated, Ed Hardy. But look, this is an Ed Hardy, Lisa Frank. Can you see it there? I don't know if you can see it. You might have to trust me. It's right there. An Ed Hardy, Lisa Frank collab. Wow. I wonder if that's rare. I'm so excited to look some of this stuff up when we're done. I will do that. And I'll tell you guys on my next live if I decided to go ahead and list that stuff or not, and when that will happen. So, just some Lisa Frank binders. These are not, let me see if I have one that's old. No, these aren't the real old one, but they're like the one from the late 90s. This one is too, but I think this is a more rare character. I paid $3.99 for this Trapper Keeper. Look at her. Look at this cowgirl. What? Front and back. Somebody put some dividers in it. This child did not scribble all over it with Sharpie. Thank goodness. It's very clean inside. Very clean. And hopefully the zipper works. Oh my gosh, even the edges. Perfect. Oh, yes. Wow. So what do you guys think? That's a money pile, right? That's a money pile. So, I'll show you guys my little stash here. I'll put it back up later. Hang on, I'll show you. One time I found a whole bunch of these, so I snagged one for myself. This one because look, it has all the characters, all the most famous characters. Let's just say the best sellers as of that date. Oh, and it's got the names in here. Awesome. Sweet Kate. Oh, Casey and Candy are the dogs. Yes. Hang on. I can tell you guys stuff. Marky is the unicorn, the one unicorn. Casey and Candy. Dashley, the hummingbird. Oh my gosh. Rainbow Chaser. That's another. Rainbow Chaser, I believe that's another unicorn, like Majesty. Lily Lullaby, I'm not sure. Anyways, like I said, you can look up the names of all of the characters. They all have names. And it looks like I pulled one sticker sheet for myself. So anyways, I think that's pretty good just to keep one piece for nostalgia. And then what I have of Hannah's, but she's got, written all over, and it's in my little, what would you say, keepsake box chest of her baby stuff and childhood stuff. So, okay, I think that was kind of fun. Wow. You guys talk to me for a few minutes. I'm not ready to go. Talk to me for a few minutes. What's going on? Yeah, thank you, Alexis. Does anybody have any questions, or what do you got going on? Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. I need some socializing. It's been about a month for me, and I'm not happy about that. So thank you so much for coming in, doing my little lives. My channel's still small, but it's growing. I picked up about 300 subs. That's not too bad for a channel my size. Last month, I was looking at my analytics. I picked about 300 subs. I'm like, yay, go girl. I need to get one of my bigger reseller friends to interview me or do a shout out or something. But I don't know. I'm okay with the slow organic too. But I was on a roll with my Thrift with me's, picking up new people. And when I added vintage, that helped. But now I can't go thrifting. But I shouldn't complain because most all of us feel that way right now. Let's see. Can you carefully rub a little candle wax on stubborn zippers? I have. Mm-hmm. How are you going to ship that tote suitcase? Sell it while it's hot. I'm going to go see. When we're done, I'm going to grab lunch, and I'm going to go check the market, the eBay market, resale market on Lisa Frank, and see if it's back up. And because a lot of people are shopping at home. I'm selling gift items every day. I mean, sales aren't like they used to be, no, pre-corona, but I'm still selling stuff as gifts. So I can't complain. Cannot complain at all. And I've got a lot of spring cleaning done. I wouldn't even have found this if I wouldn't have been looking for, some more of my my summer athleisure stuff. And since I'm just kicking it around the house, so that tote, luckily, I know that's a big tote. Luckily, it doesn't weigh very much. But because of the size, unfortunately, sometimes once something reaches a certain length on one side, since they went to cubic, USPS is like, that's going to cost you a little more, even though it hardly weighs anything. So on things like that, sometimes there's no flat rate box that's going to fit that. Sometimes I'll go and check what FedEx has to say. So when you're selling eBay items, it's just right there as well, FedEx. And you don't have to have an account if you don't want to. I happen to have an account because I had to do a refund for something that broke. And they paid me right away. I still got the check, as a matter of fact, in my purse. I just got it a couple of weeks ago. Something broke and they paid me for it right away. So I still made money on the item and the customer got her money back. Win-win, and she got to keep the unbroken pieces. So everybody's happy. Well, she would be happier with the whole thing, but you know what I mean. So I'll check FedEx. Now, one thing about FedEx, there's something called Smart Post, which it's actually a collab with the post office. So it's like some of it the post office handles and some of it FedEx handles. It's kind of unique. Or there's not Smart Post. So anyways, sometimes that has significantly reduced the cost of something, especially when things are heavy. Audra and I were just privately chatting about this earlier. So I don't know if you answered me in our private chat or not, Audra, if that was an eBay item you were talking about. But yeah, let me see. How much do I think this weighs? Let me see. This is about 6 pounds. Yeah. And I bet you, what is that? That's going to be about 18. Where am I? Hang on, let me grab one of these, you guys. This is the problem. That's what I thought, 18 inches. That's the problem right there. That might cause it. I've got plenty of boxes that will fit it. I've got a whole stash of any box that I get something shipped in. When I see boxes in a clean dumpster, so to speak, I've got plenty of boxes for it, but it's 10 that way. This is the one. This is the dimension that's going to hurt. My daughter's calling me. Hang on, you guys. Let me tell her. Hey, Hannah, I'm answering this, but I'm actually live on YouTube. Like, if you go on YouTube, you're going to see me talking to you. Okay? Love you. That was Hannah, my daughter. Sometimes she'll come in and mod for me. It's cute. I'm just going to toss that. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is in great shape too. Someone's going to be so happy. So happy. So I think I'm most excited about that. This cowgirl, which I don't know her name because I've never seen the cowgirl before. This little item, super cool. It hits a lot of points that are going on right now. And then the other thing would be the Lisa Frank Ed Hardy collab. Let's see what's up with that. That might turn out to be something. And then this. I'm pretty sure this is super rare. And it's in such great condition. Oh, bonus. Super rare. I'm going to try not to pay any attention to the smiley faces so it doesn't end up in my collection, because this really needs to go to a true purist Lisa Frank collector, right? That they deserve this more than me just because it has a smiley face on it. Okay, let's see what's going on. I have boxes too. I just don't know how to quote shipping for larger, heavier items via FedEx. Audra, are you talking about eBay sales? I just sold a little vintage 8x4 pink flamingo notepad set. Lisa Frank, Carol? Lisa Frank? Is that what you're talking about? I should just sit down and move the camera. And actually, we could just go look at Lisa Frank stuff right now and see where we're at. I'm kind of excited. So I've got 4 good stockpile stuff, right? So if this does go on until like what they're saying, possibly June, oh, Lord help us. I think I'm going to be in great shape. I've got some good hoarder piles. So, wow, there's something to be said about hoarding, right? Or procrastination, shall we say. Let me see what Audra's saying. Yes, eBay. Okay. Then just when you're shipping, the FedEx option is right there. Like you can check, like you just put in the dimensions and the weight, and then it'll tell you, the price, or you could go to USPS carrier boxes, which if your item's big, no point in doing that. But if it's small enough, you can go check, regional A, regional B, and flat rate boxes. But then also there's FedEx, should be right there. And it will pick up the dimensions you already put in. Okay, it'll pick it up for you. So if not, Audra, hit me up and I'll watch for a message from you, and we'll get together privately and I'll walk you through it or something, okay? Or try it now. I don't know. Oh, awesome. Carol, do you think the Lisa Frank market's picking back up again? Because it kind of took a dive. It was oversaturated, and then it kind of took a dive. So I was just kind of like, let me wait on this stuff. So do you think it's back up? I haven't checked yet. I'm going to do that when we're done. But let me see how much you said. $19 plus shipping, and it was just an 8x4 pink flamingo. Oh, pink flamingo, though. Oh my gosh. Notepad. Oh, that's a good price. Yeah, it's probably coming back up, right? Well, Audra, it'll, like I said, it'll grab the dimensions that you put in, and it'll just be right there. It should be right there. And then pick the cheap one and check the Smart Post one. Sometimes that's the cheaper one, sometimes not. Sometimes just FedEx, home delivery, whatever. So yeah, when I have heavy items too, I put in my listings, shipped carefully with USPS mail or FedEx. And sometimes I'll even add whichever is most economical. So you're welcome. Again, if you have any trouble, just hit me up and we'll chat privately again about this, okay? I'll help anybody. I'm part-time and I'm not so big that I can't help people. I want to help people. Technically, I'm still an eBay seller diversity advocate for my second year and they usually switch over at eBay Open. This is my second year. I was in the pilot program, so they let us roll over and stay for the second year. Of course, this year's been a hot mess. They lost their CEO, they're restructuring, not having eBay Open. Now we have this. They might give us a third year. I don't know, but I am still an eBay influencer, and I pledge to help people for free, but I will not blow smoke up your skirt. When I'm mad at eBay, I will say it. I know eBay has glitches. I'm not going to sugarcoat any of that. I'm just going to try to have a proactive attitude when, we have the fun things we have to deal with eBay, and help us through it. That's all. But I'm not going to be like, yay, eBay's golden and does everything perfect. No. But do I love eBay still? Yes. My husband's not perfect. I'm not going to kick him to the curb. Okay. LOL, right? Smart, thanks. Well, okay. Well, if nobody wants to chat about anything publicly, I think I'll go and eat lunch and then investigate my Lisa Frank stash. Any of you other reseller YouTubers, let's do a panel show. I paid for StreamYard for this month. Let's not let it go to waste. Hit me up, DM me, or hit me up on Facebook if you want to do a little quick panel show chat. Maybe a reseller wake up tomorrow morning. That's how I cut my teeth years ago. There was Paul Resell Ronan. Some of you aren't going to know because he's kind of disappeared, but he had the reseller wake up show. Every morning I get my butt up out of bed by 7 o'clock because he got up early before he would go out sourcing, and he did the reseller wake up. And that's where I met, all the OGs, like Chad Golden Finger Picker, Ronnie Hart, Global Voodoo, Dusty, Alabama Pickers. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of everybody. So a lot of them are still around. Some of them have kind of just faded in the background doing their own thing. Or you don't notice them as much because there's so many of new people that have come on, especially since Poshmark kind of exploded. There's lots of YouTube reseller channels now. Please do a wake up show tomorrow. Okay, if you guys don't care if my hair's a hot mess and I'm in my jammies and I'm still drinking my coffee, and if I can get some other people to do it with me, I'll do that. I'll put out a notice to some of my YouTuber friends, say, hey, let's do a little reseller wake up early in the morning tomorrow. It might be a hot mess, but I think StreamYard holds 6 to 8 people. So I paid for the whole month because I did that reseller drive-by. I was thinking about doing another reseller drive-by. What do you guys think about this? and having people pop in on the show and in the chat. You know, those of you that are camera shy or don't have YouTube, pop in the chat. I was thinking of another reseller drive-by, and the subtitle is what's your best item you found in your death pile? Because, you know, so many of us are going through our death piles right now, right? You know, a lot of people are scrounging for merchandise to list. And so we're like digging up our death piles or our hoarder piles or our money piles. So I'm like, let's show off the coolest item you found in your death pile or your hoarder pile. So I might do that. That sounds like fun. We'll see. The last reseller drive-by I did, 6 days ago? That went on for 3 hours, but there's some good people that popped in and out. There's some people you need to meet if you haven't met. There's some new people on the scene and some vintage people that I've been meeting that I pulled in, especially like Real Nifty Vintage and George the Antique Nomad. Yeah, so I was pretty proud of that. Wade popped in the side chat and checked in, and even Pete, Craigslist Hunter. I felt like a baller. Oh my gosh, Pete checked in. Oh yeah, that's another OG that I met in the Reseller Wake Up. Pete, Craigslist Hunter. His channel, he probably has the largest channel in our little reseller niche, right? Yeah, he popped in. I felt so honored. Like, yes. Okay. Let me see if there's anybody's asking anything. That's an awesome idea. Okay, well, Alexis, you going to be up early in the morning? You going to be up tomorrow morning? All right. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for doing this with me. I appreciate it. I need my fill of attention and socializing. Oh my gosh, like I said, it's been about a month for me. I started early. So, like, I'm really jonesing. Seriously jonesing. Okay, but I'm trying to look at the bright side at how much stuff I'm getting done, right? Okay, thank you so much. If you're new, I never say this. This is my first time saying this. They say you're supposed to say this, but I always feel so cheesy. Here I go, my first time. I may not say this very much. If you're new to my channel, thank you. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of more content. Leaving comments really helps. I don't care if you just say, hey, I ate a peanut butter jelly sandwich today, Yvonne. How you doing? It helps. Engagement helps. YouTube likes that. It'll help me to grow my channel. And oh, I forgot. Because I'm giving some of my AdSense money back to the community, back to you guys that are helping me make it. I'm doing that. I forgot. I need to do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. Reseller Wake Up. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. I'm not going to announce that part of it very much because I don't want people who only show up for giveaways. I would really like to see some of my true YouTuber friends get this, where I'm paying for your first month of YouTube Red. Or you can do whatever you want with the money. So I don't care. But I'm just encouraging YouTube Red. That way, you know, you'll watch more of my videos, hopefully, because there's no commercials. But your favorite YouTubers will still get paid. We still get paid from YouTube Red subscribers. It's just that you don't have to watch the commercials, okay? But I really appreciate it. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Reseller Wake Up about 7 a.m. my time. Oy vey, this is going to be a hot mess. I might not turn the lights on. All right. I appreciate you guys so much. I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning for the Reseller Wake Up edition. About 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Bye-bye, y'all.